Welcome to our Mock Interview Pro series, designed to help you prepare for your next big opportunity as a clinical engineer. Today, we'll guide you through some common interview questions you might encounter in this field, along with tips on how to tackle them effectively. Let's kick things off with a question about communication skills. Could you tell us about a time when you had to explain complex technical details to colleagues who aren't technical experts? This question is all about assessing your ability to bridge the gap between technical and non-technical staff, which is crucial in a clinical engineer role. Here are some tips to help you craft a compelling response. Choose a scenario that truly showcases your communication skills. Use plain language and keep technical jargon to a minimum. Emphasize why the information was important for your audience to understand. Detail how you ensured the message was comprehensible. Highlight any positive outcomes from your efforts. Now, let's look at an example answer to illustrate this.
In my previous position, I had the task of introducing new medical device software to our nursing staff. To ensure clarity, I developed a presentation with easy-to-understand visuals and step-by-step guides. I emphasized how the software would enhance patient care, which helped the nurses feel more comfortable and optimistic about the transition. As a result, they were well prepared and confident for the software's implementation.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for clinical engineer. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Can you share an experience where you led a quality improvement initiative in your role as a clinical engineer? This question aims to understand your proactive approach to improving processes and your ability to lead projects that enhance quality and efficiency. Here are some pointers to help you frame your story. Describe the specific issue or process that needed improvement. Explain the steps you took to implement the initiative. Mention any interdisciplinary collaboration involved. Share quantifiable results or outcomes. Reflect on what you learned from the experience. Let's consider an example answer to bring this to life.
In a past role, we noticed that our infusion pumps required frequent calibrations, disrupting workflow. I spearheaded a project to evaluate our calibration process, consulting with nursing and equipment tech teams. My analysis led to a new schedule based on actual usage, cutting calibrations by 30% while maintaining safety. This not only saved time and resources, but also increased equipment availability.
Describe a time when you had to be especially resourceful to solve an engineering challenge with limited resources. This question seeks to gauge your problem-solving skills and ability to innovate under constraints. To help you construct your response, consider these tips. Identify a specific challenge you faced. Mention the constraints or limitations you dealt with. Share your thought process in finding a solution. Explain the creative solution you applied. Highlight the impact on patient care or operations. Here's an example answer to help illustrate this approach.
During a critical ventilator shortage in my previous role, I led a team to evaluate our inventory and found that some anesthesia machines could be repurposed. I quickly developed a training module for safe use, which enabled us to boost ventilator availability by 30% when it was most needed.
How would you prepare the hospital's biomedical equipment if a natural disaster, like a hurricane, were imminent? This question aims to assess your emergency preparedness skills and your ability to safeguard crucial equipment during crises. Consider these strategies when formulating your response. Start with a thorough inventory of all biomedical equipment. Ensure all critical devices are serviced and ready. Develop a disaster response plan focused on equipment safety. Coordinate with hospital staff on emergency protocols. Establish backup power solutions for equipment operation during outages. Here's an example of how you might respond.
I would begin by conducting a detailed inventory of our biomedical equipment, ensuring critical devices like ventilators are in top condition. I'd then create a disaster response plan, train staff on emergency procedures, and secure backup power solutions to ensure continuous operation during potential outages.
When evaluating new medical technology for purchase, what criteria would you prioritize in your decision-making process? This question is designed to understand your approach to selecting new technologies, balancing clinical benefits with practical considerations. Here are some factors to guide your response. Assess the clinical efficacy and safety of the technology. Verify regulatory approvals and compliance with standards. Consider the total cost of ownership, including maintenance and training. Ensure compatibility with existing systems. Seek feedback from clinical staff who will use the technology. Let's look at an example to see how you might articulate this.
I would first focus on the clinical efficacy and safety of the technology, ensuring it adheres to regulatory standards. Next, I'd evaluate the total cost of ownership, including all aspects such as maintenance and training, to ensure the investment is justified and compatible with our existing systems.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free, just grab it below.